This is Afshah taking part in Unit 3, Assessing Risk in Sport, Task 4. So you're going to be attempting P5 and M4 criteria, where you must produce and explain the plan for safe delivery of selected sports activity and review the plan. So the production of the plan and the delivery of it is linked to Unit 5 sports coaching. So now you're explaining your session and reviewing it in detail, what's going to be your M4 for Unit 3. So first of all, just tell me a little bit about your session, where it was, what you did.
I did basketball session, and I did that in Mali.
Mali. Indoor, outdoor, mugger?
It was outdoor, just like on the court.
So on the mugger, yeah. Right, so first of all, so what did you do in your session, what were it based on?
It was based on dribbling. Had all the components in it. It had the warm-up, the main activity, the cool-down, and this when talking about the skills as well.
Good, excellent. Right, so first key question then. Did any injuries occur in your session?
No injuries occurred.
Good. Did any near misses occur?
There could have been a possibility of a basketball hitting someone's head or something, like just
right.
Getting caught.
So how did you, like, cause obviously it didn't happen at all, but what did you do to make sure it didn't happen?
Made sure that the bounce stayed below their waist, so like if it was over the head, I'd make them like just sit out the activity.
Right, so no injuries, no near misses, good start. So say if you were playing basketball then and someone's dribbling the ball and like sees it outside, like twisted their ankle, to show me your knowledge, how would you deal with that situation?
I would stop the session and I would assess if it's like sprained or anything, just see if he's okay, and then I would call the tutor because he's qualified in first aider.
Good. So then, your briefings at the start of your session, what did you say and then why do you think that were effective in terms of health and safety?
I asked if they had any jewellery or if they had their like shoelaces tied, because if they had their shoelaces untied, they'd either trip or like hurt themselves more, and if they had jewellery on, they could get it caught in like the netting and stuff.
Good. Did you ask them anything else?
The fire exits.
Show them where fire exits are?
Yeah, because in case of a fire, they could just like wouldn't know where to go.
Good. Any questions you asked them or not?
I asked.
Before the session, so you get to know your participants. So before the question, did you ask them?
If there was like any injuries.
Good. So why is that important?
Because if there's any injuries, then they'd have to know like the first aid and stuff.
Good. Right. So in terms of your equipment, why were it suitable? How did you know it was suitable?
Like before the session, I'd check if they were pumped correctly.
Good.
And if they weren't, I'd get them like pumped.
Good. Anything else with any other equipment?
The cones to see if they like not damaged or anything.
Good. So when did you check that all equipment was suitable?
Before the session.
Good. Right. So in terms of what you planned, why do you think that was suitable for the group?
Because they fit well with their ability. Like they were like not clearly like didn't know how to dribble. Like I introduced the crossover. Like some wouldn't know how to do it properly. So just like.
Good. So a little bit challenging for them.
Yeah.
And could they all deal with it?
Yeah.
Good. So what do you think could happen maybe if you did something what was too hard for your participants?
I think the session would get a bit boring because they wouldn't know what to do, and they'd just start messing about and stuff.
And what would that lead to?
Just like them not learning anything and injuries.
Well, and then so similar. What if what you planned were too easy? What might happen?
They'd learn the skill, like they'd obviously know the skill, but I wouldn't be challenging them to like get more better.
So if something were too easy, the people, what do you think?
Lose like they'd focus, like they'd lose their focus and they just start messing about, which could cause injuries as well.
Good. Right. Final question then. Did you have any support from any other agencies?
First aid.
And who were that?
Danny.
Danny, so who's Danny?
My tutor.
Tutor, good. And why were it important that he were there?
For legal obligations.
Good, well done.